Gather round, family. Come closer. Today I want to tell you about a place called Sunshine Estate. It was a busy place. Everyone was always in a hurry, talking, and never really listening. But at the end of the street, behind a small blue gate, lived a boy named Samuel. Samuel was 10 years old. He had a smile that reached both ears, but he didn't use words. He was nonverbal. While the other children, Peter, Esther, and Gif, were running around playing football and shouting goals, Samuel sat on his porch. The people in the estate didn't understand him. Some neighbors would whisper, "Poor boy, he's locked inside himself." Some thought he was under a curse, and others just ignored him because they didn't know how to talk to someone who didn't talk back. Samuel was like a quiet island in the middle of a noisy ocean, the secret of the gallon. One Saturday, during the monthly neighborhood cleanup, the air was hot and everyone was tired. Tempers were short. Mr. John was arguing with Mistress Mary about whose trash was blocking the gutter. The children were cranky because the sun was too bright. Then a rhythm started.
Dun dun dun. Clack.
It was Samuel. He had found an empty yellow plastic water gallon and a smooth stone. He wasn't just making noise. He was playing a beat that felt like the earth itself. He caught the eye of David, a boy who was always causing trouble. Samuel didn't say, "Come play." Instead, he slid a second empty gallon toward David and waited. The neighborhood went dead silent. Mr. John stopped shouting. Mistress Mary lowered her voice. They all watched. David hesitated, then picked up a stick. Clack! Samuel beamed. He began a new rhythm, the rhythm of the rain hitting a tin roof. David followed. Soon Esther joined in, clapping her hands. Kif started humming. Without a single word being spoken, the anger in the air evaporated. The neighbors realized that for the first time in months, they weren't fighting. The night of the great blackout. The real test came during the big blackout. A transformer blew, and for 3 days, the whole estate was in total darkness. No lights, no fans, no phones. And because the water pumps didn't work, people had to walk to the central well. It was pitch black. People were bumping into each other, getting lost in their own backyards, and feeling very afraid. The darkness made everyone feel lonely. Suddenly, a small light appeared near the blue gate. It was Samuel, holding a rechargeable lantern. But he wasn't just standing there. He walked up to Mama Sarah, who was elderly and struggling to find her way home in the dark. Samuel didn't ask, "Are you okay?" He simply took her hand. He pressed his thumb into her palm 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Mama Sarah stopped trembling. She felt the warmth of his hand and the steady rhythm of his touch. She followed him. Samuel then reached for Peter and then for Mr. John. He led them through the estate, like a silent shepherd, in the dark, where words didn't matter and eyes couldn't see. Samuel's silent language became their map, the 3 taps of love. When the lights finally came back on, the estate wasn't the same. They had learned Samuel's secret. Samuel's mother explained it to them. Samuel doesn't need a voice to tell you he cares. When he taps your hand 3 times, he is saying, "I am here." When he touches his heart and points to you, he is saying, "You are loved." The neighbors felt ashamed for ever thinking he was locked away. They realized Samuel was the most awake person among them. The estate started a new tradition. Every Sunday, they had the quiet hour. They would sit together under the big mango tree. No phones, no shouting. They learned to use their hands to say good, morning, and thank you. They learned that sometimes the best way to hear someone is to stop talking. Samuel didn't change his world by shouting. He changed it by being a quiet light in a noisy dark. What lessons can we learn from Samuel's song? First, love is a language. You don't need a PhD or a big vocabulary to be kind. A hug, a smile, or a helping hand is a language everyone understands. Second, patience is a bridge. The neighbors had to slow down to meet Samuel where he was. When we slow down, we see the beauty we usually rush past. Third, every soul has a voice. Just because someone communicates differently does not mean they have nothing to say. God gives everyone a gift. Some gifts are wrapped in silence. When things get hard, like the blackout, we shouldn't fight. We should reach out and hold each other's hands, just like Samuel showed us. If Samuel taught us anything, it's to slow down and listen. If you want more stories that help us tune the vibe at home, subscribe and join our quiet hour every Sunday. Tap the bell and share this with someone who might feel touched by this. If you have children like this around you, love them, listen with your heart, understand them, and make sure they always feel loved. Share this story with one friend and tell us, who will you give 3 taps to tonight? Comment below. Your small story could teach someone else how to listen. Tonight, when you go to bed, give someone you love 3 taps on the hand. See if they understand the song you are singing. See you on Sunday.